It happened late last night. Davenport police are looking for answers when a man dies after falling from a moving car. Plus,
I strongly support Paul Ryan, strongly endorse his re-election.
Choosing sides on the same ticket, a difference of opinion for Donald Trump and his running mate.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Scarlett. Thanks for watching Local 4 News this morning. We'll go back to a developing story we've been following all morning long. We've got a live look at Highway 61 near Bluegrass, Iowa. Police are on the scene of a crash that happened around 4 this morning. No word yet on the cause of this crash or any injuries. But the Scott County Sheriff's Department tells us Highway 61 south from mile marker 108 has been closed. That means drivers will need to find an alternate route if traveling to Muscatine. A man is dead after falling from a moving vehicle overnight in Davenport. Police were called to the area of West Locust Street and Friendship Drive around 10:15 last night. The man who fell was taken to Genesis East, where he was pronounced dead. Police are still investigating and have not said how the man fell from the car. They ask that anyone with information contact Davenport Police or submit an anonymous tip through the department's mobile app. Rock Island Police were called to a shots fired incident early this morning. That happened around 1 a.m. in the area of 38th Street and 11th Avenue. Police tell Local 4 News they'll have further information later this morning. A power struggle will take center stage today in Muscatine. City Council will decide whether to strip the mayor of some of her powers. Mayor Diana Broderson and the City Council are fighting over the authority to appoint people to boards and commissions. Right now, the mayor makes the appointments with council having final approval, but council members are looking to take over that responsibility completely. If passed tonight, the mayor will have 14 days to veto the measure. The council will then have 30 days to override that veto, and that'll require a 3/4 majority. Last night, Davenport City Council authorized spending $1 million on a new street leading to the new Kraft Heinz plant. The city had already essentially agreed to that plan in a deal to keep the business in Davenport, but needed formal approval from the council. Another $4 million needed to build that street will come from the state of Iowa. Donald Trump is trying to get his campaign back on track amid signs of turmoil within the GOP. Yesterday, another Republican announced he will not be voting for Trump in November. And as Hannah Daniels reports, there are also signs of trouble between the presidential candidate and his own running mate.
Campaigning in Florida Wednesday, Donald Trump sought to refocus attention on rival Hillary Clinton, blaming her for the creation of ISIS.
She should get an award from them as the founder of ISIS.
And tying her to accusations that the Obama administration made a so-called ransom payment to Iran in January. Around the same time, 4 American hostages were released.
$400 million in cash. How does the president do that? How do you do that? This was something all started by crooked Hillary Clinton.
The attacks came amid signs of a deepening rift between the GOP nominee and members of his own party. Yesterday, Illinois Representative Adam Kinzinger became the latest Republican refusing to support Trump in November, angry over his feud with a Gold Star family. Trump's own running mate, Mike Pence, also split with him and endorsed House Speaker Paul Ryan.
I strongly support Paul Ryan, strongly endorse his re-election.
A Fox News poll out Wednesday shows Trump now trailing Clinton by 10 percentage points nationally. Speaking at a Denver-based Thai company, the Democratic nominee attacked her opponent's business record.
I really would like him to explain why he paid Chinese workers to make Trump ties. This is one of them. It's got his name on it, of course.
Today, Clinton will continue to talk about jobs and the economy at an event in Las Vegas. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
There will be another option for voters in Iowa who don't like Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. Green Party candidate Jill Stein has officially qualified to be on the Iowa ballot. Stein's platform includes proposals pushed by Bernie Sanders. She's supporting tuition-free public education and single-payer health care. Former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson is running as a Libertarian. He's filed the paperwork to be on the ballot in every state in the country. A blood bank in the Quad Cities is taking note of the Zika virus threat in Florida. The Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Centers added Miami-Dade and Broward counties in South Florida to its donor history questionnaire. Donors who made trips to these areas recently are now being asked to wait 28 days before giving blood. Managers say it's a precaution to maintain the safety of the blood supply. The center is also helping out with the Florida blood centers.
We were able to help the blood center in South Florida because there was a period of time when they were not able to collect blood last week, and it diminished their blood supply. So One Blood, that's the blood provider in that region, asked blood centers around the country what we could do to help. And so we shipped a package of red blood cells.
The donor history questionnaire also includes all international locations where the Zika virus has been reported. Illinois ranks 13th in the country when it comes to school systems. That's according to a study from WHBF. The ranking comes despite the state performing poorly when it comes to school funding. Local 4's Kelsey Gibbs reports why some people are a bit surprised.
Really?
That's the reaction a few people might get when they hear that Illinois is the 13th best school system in America.
We have so many problems with our budget and all that. That seems surprising to me.
The study from WHBF shows the land of Lincoln doing better than what some may think. Illinois scored high in many areas, like #1 for SAT scores and even ranking 15 for spending, which also has some people scratching their heads.
Well, you have too many students for too few teachers. Your facilities are in repair. They're just operating on a makeshift and getting by.
But Illinois schools have been forced to cut staff, programs, and reduce hours to survive. We can't forget the funding formula that's been in place for decades.
We also need to take the about $12 billion we have in public education today and recognize that we're spending $12 billion that produces the least equitable system in the country.
For the past 2 years, Governor Rauner has successfully, with bipartisan efforts, increased funding to K-12. But lawmakers say that's not enough.
Simply spending more isn't going to cure the problems that we have because the system we have prevents that money, additional money, in that scenario from getting to children that need it the most.
People say it's so hard to look ahead when the state is still so far behind.
You fund according to the need, whatever it needs to get the kids educated properly. That's how you do your funding.
Lawmakers are hoping a new commission will give them a proposal to equally fund all school districts.
And that was Kelsey Gibbs reporting. Iowa ranked 2 spots ahead of Illinois at 11th. It has the lowest dropout rate of any state. Massachusetts ranked 1st overall. Louisiana came in last. And checking back in with meteorologist Anthony Peoples. Anthony, we're almost to the weekend. First, we have some hot temperatures to get through.
We have some hot temperatures to deal with today and cooler temperatures coming in here for this weekend. We'll actually call it pleasant. It doesn't look that bad right now here in the Quad Cities. You can see a little bit of fog there from our sky cam, but we do have some dense fog in some of our hometowns. 71 in Moline right now, 70 with a light southeast wind in Davenport. Visibility near 0 though over near Muscatine, so please take it easy over that way. And you notice there down in our southern hometowns, especially around Mount Pleasant, Burlington, Monmouth, and over toward Galesburg, visibility at 1 to 3 miles. Keep in mind that 10 is perfect visibility, so we do have some reduced visibility out there. We'll see some sunshine this morning, giving way to more clouds this afternoon, and some showers and storms will be breaking out this afternoon. We'll see a better chance this evening and tonight, but before those showers arrive, a high temperature of 93 degrees. You add in the humidity, it's going to feel more like 100 to 105.
Ooh, get ready for that heat. Thanks, Anthony. Yes. A former Rock Island basketball star gets a chance with the Knicks. We've got your morning sports next.
Stay with us. You're watching Local 4 News this morning. Our time is 6:40.
WHBF is local for you with Emily Scarlett and meteorologist Anthony Peoples. This is Local 4 News this morning in high definition.